Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me this week for another video of ASMR with a little bit of nature and a little bit of coziness. It's finally getting cold here in the Pacific Northwest, so it doesn't feel like fall anymore. For a while, it felt like we were on our 5th month of fall. But it's finally frosty outside, and nothing better to do on a frosty day than get inside and cozy. And then, when the sun comes out later, a nice winter walk in the sunshine. It's been such a treat to have some sunny days, and it really helps me get outside and get moving when I see the sunshine on the cold forest. So this week I went to a local park that I've been to many times. I used it for one of my grad school projects last year, and today though I am going to look specifically at the beautiful natural buffers that they have between the trails and the park amenities. One thing that is lovely about the design of this park is that instead of having just grass or decorative bushes between the trails and the different sports fields and dog parks, parking lots, playground, all of those things, they have intentionally left natural buffers or nature corridors, sometimes called wildlife corridors, between all of the different amenities at the park. And more than that, they have chosen native species to fill these corridors. They are kept up as far as invasive species of plants being removed as much as is possible, but otherwise they've been let to grow. Right here we have a bat house. I wish I could take a peek inside. And I think that's a spotted towie. I saw a lot of different birds during my walk, and but not much else. I mean, it's winter, so besides squirrels, here is a hummingbird who came out for a little bit. I'm doing my best to learn all the names of the neighborhood birds, because those are the ones we see all the time, but I'm definitely not a birder yet. Maybe you are, you can let me know. In this case, I couldn't tell what kind of hummingbird that was from the angle. Here we are walking from the dog park towards the volleyball courts, and all along this the far path you can see, it looks like there are woods, but really on the other side there are soccer fields. You can hear the clickety clack of my dog's nails. I hope that's relaxing and not distracting. This path has so many berries in the summertime. It is so fun to take the kids here because I know they don't spray. You can eat salmon berries, thimbleberries, of course blackberries, and then of course not to eat, but they also have Oregon grape, and there's snowberries, And what else is there? I feel like I'm missing one. Elderberries. So, semi edible. The black elderberries. So, it's pretty amazing that in the winter time it just looks like a bunch of brush. But if you come back in the summer, it's colorful for weeks and weeks, full of so many different types of berries. And of course, the wildlife just goes crazy for them. We have our evergreen ferns. You can see Oregon grape in there. But all of those sticks, thimbleberry, salmonberry, elderberry, and then you'll see Himalayan blackberry, the invasive one. I always say at least they're delicious. We also have some native blackberries that usually you can tell the native ones because they don't have canes that shoot up. They are more like the ground vines. They crawl along the ground. I don't know if I got it close. Oh, here it is, right here. I was pretty sure this was a native blackberry. And then here is the Himalayan blackberry. And I just think it's so pretty, the spots that they have, and then the colors that they turn. They're like evergreen. I found a couple cute nurse stumps. This one looked like it had a willow growing out of one side, like the rush kind, not the tree kind. And then I couldn't tell what the other side had on it. A beautiful day in the Cascades. It was a nice little walk. I definitely needed it. And my littlest one needed it too. It was nice to get fresh air. Old rose hips. These ones are past picking, but there's still a little bit of color in the winter. I think I saw a bird here. Oh, there it is. But I can't remember what I saw. Hopefully I zoom in soon. And let's find out what it is. There we go. It's a little finch. Looks like a house finch. She's so cute. So cute. We had fun watching the birds enjoy our Christmas tree outside with all the birdseed ornaments on it. And I can't believe I didn't take any video of it. But I guess that's what you get when you enjoy the moment. It's hard to take a video and enjoy the moment at the same time. Here I'm showing where a tree has fallen down and the roots lifted up like a wall of dirt. And it's really hard to tell in that, but you can only see it in the winter because the foliage is too dense in the rest of the year. Here we have some willow rushes, and they're just so red. I doubt I can get it to focus, but I just love that little pop of color, kind of like the rose hips. This tree, I've seen several times a really cute woodpecker up and down this tree. Great source of food for the birds. It's so important to leave dead trees up. I mean, not if they're dangerous, of course, but if it's not a danger to anybody, leave up your dead trees. You can even cut them in half. They're a great source of food for birds because as the bugs start to tear apart the decaying wood, live inside, they become lunch. I turned the sound off, but he was making lots of smacking noises that were really cute. And here's another, I think it's a spotted towie. I might be getting that wrong, and I should have checked before recording this, but they're so cute. He's looking around under leaves for food. So pretty. This was a pretty short walk, and I think we covered a couple acres, but it's a nice big loop. You can pass all the ball fields. There's baseball, and there's a water park, and there's like an amphitheater, and soccer fields. You saw the volleyball courts, and then there's several acres of wooded dog park. But one of my favorite things about this park is that the area of woods between the playground and the ball fields is basically a giant forest playground. And there's a whole bunch of sticks and logs left in there. And kids just take over the whole place. They make forts and they balance on the logs and they dig out under the roots. And of course, I'm not filming any children on purpose for privacy, but if you can imagine, like the games of tag and the forts and the hide and seek and all of the fun things that kids get to do in there, it's really fun. And that's one of the things I enjoyed about working on my project at this park, is I got to see how much fun the kids were having in the woods. I grew up in the woods, so it's really special to see kids in a more urban area get to have that same experience so close to home. And yeah, all the dirt paths. A lot of these bushes are also different types of berry bushes, a lot of thimbleberry and a lot of salmonberry. But yeah, on our drive home, I just wanted to try and catch a little bit of the mountains. We finally got some snow. It's been such a dry year for the mountains because we had too much rain and too much low temperatures. So finally getting snow. But thank you. This is going to be a short video because I have not been feeling well. I've been waiting to make a video until I don't sound so sick. And now that I finally got to it, I realized it's much shorter than the other ones. But anyway, I hope you have a great week. Goodbye.